Amazing. Well, welcome to your first session. I'm glad to hear that it seems to be like it's a good day so far. Let's hope. Here's hoping we keep that momentum. Are you excited for your first session?
I am actually. I am actually very excited
Oh yeah, and why is that?
because I have no idea why. Actually, I'm just kidding. So I think one of my well, it's okay. Why am I excited for this session? Well, because you, I've seen the results of your students per se. All of them. They're all much better in bracket. Specifically your most famous one, which would be I can't remember his name. The Marth Fox main from
Meds.
Meds. Yeah, he's doing fantastic. I'm very curious about the way you coach slash teach because I mean I've never really had to answer so in depth on questions before with coaching. So it's nice to see that you put like some thought into it, and I like people who put thought into things.
Oh, that's
So
something we have in common. So,
yeah.
just to kind of like give you an idea on why I have. So, actually, I'm curious to your thoughts. You said you've never really had to do one of these such an in-depth examination before.
hmm
Why do you think I send this out?
I guess it's like to see how I think about the game and to tailor your method to how I think about the game, and I think that's a really good thing. If that is true, what I just said.
That's part of it, yeah, for sure. It's also to understand. It's also to help clarify if there's any like definition,
Mm.
any definitions that we use differently. So, like as an example, you have win condition as a fairly broad sense, but
Mm.
the way I define win condition is a little differently, and that's one thing I wanted to address. So, perfect
Oh, okay,
segue.
cool.
So I look at win condition as basically the last step of a game plan. So like it's
Oh,
the end state that it's the game state that we are playing towards, as a result of either winning our neutral exchange or advantage state exchanges, and like working towards a certain position, where the opponent is effectively helpless at that point. That position we're playing towards, whether it's some kind of vertical kill setup near the top of the screen, whether it's the opponent's off stage without a jump, whether it's somebody's above us in juggle state and they can't come down because of less like the limitations of their kit or whatever. Happens a lot in floaty matchups, that one. Um, this is kind of like how I tend to look at them. So it's not the steps that lead there, it's the end goal. Because if we know what the
mm.
end goal is and what the conditions are that go into it, then I find it like really helps us open our eyes to ways we can play situations in really novel ways. Like, I'm sure, have you ever seen an example I would go with is, have you ever seen a Sheik or a Marth with like a really awkward edge guard on, say, like a fast faller around like 40? So
Yeah,
on
sure.
so like they're kind of high. They can't get through that fox to like when they're from their position on the ledge to like pop no to get them back off the stage. So they up air them and they just
hmm
do like a million damage to them and then hit them back off. Have you ever seen anything like that before?
Yeah, it happens to me all the time. I play Falco. That happens to me all the time.
Well, not all the time, probably, but like pretty
But
like
it happens.
it occasionally, yeah. Like so, I find that knowing that getting someone above you without a double jump and that being able to identify that is a very powerful position where the opponent's effectively helpless, it helps us like kind of have an alternative line of play for when the standard edge guard in that position doesn't work. Because it allows us to access that set of like options and switch between like winning scenarios a little bit more seamlessly. Do you see how that would work?
Yeah, actually, that's really interesting because like I said, I always thought of a win condition as a step towards the end result, which is a win. But it's interesting to think of a win condition as the actual end result.
Yeah,
So that's pretty interesting.
yeah,
I'm already learning something, or at least
yeah.
a different way of thinking about melee.
Well, and that's the thing. Like, that is the goal of this. The other question I wanted to quickly address is the Jigglypuff one. So I applaud you for getting 4 and 6 and 8. I would question 3.
Let me bring it up again.
Bottom right.
Three. Okay. I said, what did I say? Fair
Uh,
slash snare.
Yeah, I feel like
Okay.
Nair is really to her side. Like if we think about the hitbox, like what the hitbox actually is, because remember we're not including drift in this. It's just where they
Oh,
hit.
just okay. I think I was including drift. That's definitely on me because general. Well, the thing about fair is it actually does hit a little bit under, and for Falco laser, I would say if I'm lasering at 6'3", I'd be going 363, because you start at the ground,
Mm-hmm.
and then when you laser 363, the fair would hit at 6 or 3.
Yeah,
And then
and
also
I get that.
the nair also kind of clips you at 6 and 3.
Yeah, but
Because
it's
it
like kind of, and that's my point.
yeah
Like if we look
yeah
at where her aerials actually hit on her body, like it's pretty clearly like to the side. Like to the side is like the more important area, and there's also like the pound hitting on that spot too.
yeah.
Like pound on both sides, back air. Really, but the purpose of this question though is like really at its heart. What I applaud you as well for not putting down air in here. Everyone puts down air, but it's not really a threat.
That air sucks.
Down air does suck. It's so okay, whatever. And
we can go into it because down air sucks because it. I always look at moves with like SDIable. I always look at SDIable moves as like really, in my term win condition, not a great win condition because the other person can just SDI out. You can literally just jump into the move and hit the ground first and just do whatever you want after it.
Mm-hmm.
And especially with Puff, like even though her hits are pretty strong, like the down air hits, but with Falco, all I have to do is just SDI to the right, and then I can F smash it, and then you win because F smash just beats it. So it's like it doesn't do that much.
Yeah, like 15 frames of L cancel lag is a pretty big thing for her to overcome. Absolutely.
Yeah.
What I would go into though is that like it's more the purpose of this question is that we want to see like what spaces are open relative to Jigglypuff's body when she's in the air. So with knowing that it's 4, 6, and 8, what does this tell us? We have 7 and 9, so diagonals, right?
Yeah.
And then with 1, 2, and 3 being open, we have being below her. And if we think about how we usually fight this character in matches, I would imagine that those are generally the places we're trying to be, right? As every character. So what this the purpose of this question is not just for Jigglypuff. It's also like if we extrapolate this method to other matchups, like let's say we take Sheik here, for example. She's gonna have like spots on her that are more like that she defends better than others in her different game states. Like, and when she's airborne, as you can see, there's kind of she's worse at defending the front of this because this has low duration, whereas these are out for like forever. So
what does purple hitbox mean?
Oh, it's just ID4 or ID3. Like basically, it's just here. Like let's grab back here.
Well, I was gonna look at the Nair because the back left hitbox of Nair. Oh, I see. It's just a different. Oh, I see. It's just a different. They're just coloring the hitbox different. I see. Okay, I didn't know that.
Yeah, because like the way and it's ordered. So like as an example, red takes priority over green, which takes priority over blue, which takes priority over purple.
Got it. Okay, cool. That I didn't know that. That's cool.
Yeah, because like that's how the game decides. If you hit like say the dead center of Sheik, but as like Bowser, like if you're Bowser and you get hit by Sheik dead center, it's always going to do the red one because that's like the highest priority hitbox. That's the one the game decides hits if there's overlap with multiple, and then it has like then it would be this one, and that one.
I actually didn't know that. Okay, cool.
Yeah, you know how to read Fight Core better.
Yeah.
Which is also kind of handy because that also kind of like helps you with understanding how things like this happen, like the F smash. Because if we look at this, the blue one is the one that has the vertical knockback, and you can see where that hits on him now.
Yeah. Damn, it's actually a really good move. It actually hits pretty high.
Yeah, people underestimate this one. Like it's right at his head. And look at that. It's a little disjointed too. It covers here.
I like that.
Yeah.
Or F smash as a neutral. Let's go.
Yeah. So let's get back to you with in terms of this. I'm glad like we got through everything I wanted to in terms of the survey. So I want to talk about Marth because it sounds like you do not like Marth.
Yes. And I think actually it depends on the week. I think that when I was writing this, it was definitely Marth.
All right, what do we have now?
I think today, I don't think it's really Marth. I think it's Sheik actually today.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah, I think this is definitely a Sheik hating week. And when I say I hate, I mean generally when I say I hate, I mean like I'm having troubles with it in terms of like really formulating inner game plans or like executing inner game plans better. Besides, because I can formulate all I want out of game, but sometimes I either get flustered or I feel like I have like a read, which I don't, which is something actually something I did want to, put a star on, is because there are a lot of times where I feel like I have a read and I don't, and I go for the overextending extension attack, and then I, lose every situation because I'm so overextended and they got center and they, attack and kill me. And that's something that happened to me a lot today. Yeah, Sheik generally is something that I'm having troubles with today, at least specifically today.
Do you
Fox,
have any
yeah,
matches?
I have many matches. Yeah, I actually was playing a lot today. Yes, I do actually. Yeah. Actually, this is good because this goes into several different things.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so
Uh,
so pass me through some mouse LPs and we'll take a look-see.
oh, okay, you're gonna do it through you. Okay. Do you want to do, is it fine if we do like
Just
two?
send me 3, and if we get through 3, then we get through 3.
All right, so this is just the set on ranked for
Totally fine.
versus Evening Star. Sheik from Florida, I believe.
Nice.
Generally, like they're decent. They're pretty good. Yeah, so that's what, there's no like history, competitive history. I just, I play them today on ranked, and they do the things that I'm so bad at versus, which is um the kind of where it's like their whole game plan really derives on me approaching badly.
Did we
And
start on Dreamland?
let's do sorry. Ooh, actually give me 1 second. I just turned it off. We started on Battlefield, so that's 056.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
I always forget that that's a seconds column.
Yeah, yeah.
I always think it's minutes, so then I see the biggest number there, and I'm like, okay, clearly, but no, it doesn't work that way.
Yeah, so um
Just wait.
the things that I do the worst is that if a person's game plan is
Mm-hmm.
entirely on how I approach, is like an execution test on how I approach. Let's say I get the approach right uh
Mm-hmm.
2 out of 5 times. Those 3 times that I do approach badly, I lose the stock or I lose the situation. And that's something that I have problems with. Even if, like in every character, doesn't matter the character. The most famous one is obviously Marth daring a shield, or Falco daring a shielding Marth on edge and getting grabbed and back throw down tilt. That's like just the most famous, I guess. Zane doing it versus Mango, but for me specifically, it's not just that. It's like is your screen showing something?
Yeah.
It's showing nothing for me. Sorry.
Let me try this again.
Yeah, sorry. Probably didn't pick it up. I still see an orange block with a cat.
Orange. Oh, click our names.
Oh, okay. Okay, there we go. Okay, now I see something. So you'll see it a lot where like I try and establish something, right? And then they'll like see the way they're playing. It's like, I'm not gonna say, they're camping me per se, but they have this game plan in mind, right? And their game plan is me doing bad things.
They're waiting for you to go into spots where they're like basically able to like set a trap.
Exactly, and I am very bad versus that. And it doesn't matter who, what, where, what character. The Sheik is the most prevalent today because I think she's the easiest to see her set up those traps because she's really good off side plats.
Mm-hmm.
But you're playing it slow on purpose, right?
Yep, because I want to see like the things in detail.
Okay. But like, yeah, so it's like a lot of these things are just me falling into their traps. Like, let's say I do like a great approach, right? Like,
So what? Okay, so like, I can see the traps, but I'm just curious about this decision here. So like, you have this like beautiful like setup here with this Nair Dare. So what's the plan here?
So she's honestly, she's too low for me to shine bear, and the Sheik's, and you can't really like, get up from ledge bear her there because she gets like, it's kind of hard to hit it without, getting poofed first. So the way I look at it is there's 3 things I look for in where the Sheik is when I try and edge guard her. The first thing is if she's below ledge like this, the 2 main things is I will, like what I did there, which is I'll just go straight to stage, and then I'll either down smash or I'll up tilt, depending on if
Up
I
tilt
know
makes
they're
sense
gonna.
here.
What?
Up tilt makes sense here because she doesn't have her
Yeah.
jumps because you hit her out of the air.
Yes, and I also don't want her to what's it called? Amsatech, the stage.
Yeah,
That's why I up tilt.
Up tilt is perfect here. So that's that. So what I'm curious about is the next move you do.
Yeah, so okay. So what I wanted to do, and this is actually something I messed up. If you hit Sheik if I thought they would be DIing in a way where they think they're going outwards, or if they DI up, I think they'll like if you like dare them in a certain way, they'll like kind of tilt off the stage. But it didn't work here, as you can see, and they kind of the Sheik went back. Yeah, see how they're like falling backwards off the stage? This is just a misspacing thing. Because if you like hit them in that sort of way, they kind of slant downwards.
Well, yeah, but they
And
like slant in the direction that Falco, like they slant based on like which side of their body they're hit on, right? So
yeah,
I guess what I'm saying here is like you're on the right side of them. It's just that the move naturally has this kind of trajectory, like this kind of trajectory. Like this to me looks right.
yeah,
So like here, let me make a diagram real quick. So what I'm saying here is if with where Falco is hitting Sheik relative to like his character model, you are player 2, so you'll be blue. So you're here.
yeah,
You're hitting here, which means that you're hitting on Sheik's body, which she's player 1, so she'll be here. Because you're hitting on this side of her, basically, what you're doing is she's being sent at this angle. But if you had if you had hit her over here, or like on the other side, then she would be hit at this angle. Or sorry, that's a square. Like at this angle. So
yeah.
to me this looks right. My question here is, given that she's above the stage without a double jump, why don't we just like soft aerial into this?
Oh, like like do a
weak back air into like
back air.
yeah,
You can
something.
actually do that. Why didn't I do that? That is a great question, and one I am not prepared to answer because I think I honestly was just when I do these like edge guards versus Sheik, I kind of just do one thing, and then when I'm talking to someone like you, for example, I will add that situation to my brain so that I will do it again later. So this is just something that it's a kind of confirmation. Like I should have done better. Like I could have done a soft bear into hard bear, or I could have done nair to bear. But
Yeah, soft bear, strong bear sounds amazing here. Because like the other thing here is like she might DI away from the down air, but it's really hard for her to get away from soft bear, strong bear. And like all we have to do is just like rinse and repeat her effectively. And if we hit her like, if we are doing that play and like we hit her to like here and then we hit her like over, like hit her, like if we hit her here and then we hit her like here so she goes over like here somewhere, then like this is totally fine for our purposes for rinse and repeating her. She's in such a crappy spot. So what are the conditions here that you think that make this soft bear strong bear work? Like why do we know that this is a good play like how do we know this is a good play?
well, the first thing is that I have to think about how Sheik's thinking about when they're getting hit, right? When the Sheik's up B on stage, they're probably looking for like one thing really, which is arms to tech the stage. So the only thing they're doing is holding down. Now, if I just up tilt, if I just go up on the stage, and I'm still talking about the whole situation, is that okay?
Well, so let's actually simplify because I think that you're overcomplicating. My one concern is we're overcomplicating this. Because
Okay.
like we didn't like we don't have to worry about everything going on here because all we have to worry about is how we hit her up here. So what condition? Because like what we hit her. What did we hit her with? Up tilt, right?
Up tilt. Yeah.
Does she ever jump? So we hit up tilt, jump, yes or no?
She doesn't have her jump.
All right, no DJ.
Yeah.
And
I'm
then
pretty sure I hit her out of her up B, so she has no double jump.
Yep. So up tilt, out of up B.
Yeah.
No DJ, didn't land.
Yeah.
No landing, and then like, yeah, and then what's the last thing that lets us know that we can probably go for something like this?
Generally Sheiks are DIing. Oh, the percentage.
Percent, because here's the thing. We don't actually know if she's going to give a DI into the soft bear, strong bear, but let me ask you, if she DIs away from the soft bear, is that really a big deal?
No, it's actually better because if she DIs away, she'll be like gone from the stage. 88%, that's pretty, even with soft bear, it's pretty far.
Right, so her options are like take the combo and then go far away, or don't take the combo and go far away anyway, but with like a worse angle. Worse angle, but like less damage.
Okay.
So you see how we've like created like a much better checkmate setup.
Yeah, this is way better than what I was trying to do, which was a little bit where it's like it's very specific to like an angle, like a very specific angle that this person was not taking. Yeah, if I soft bear, if I like instead of that dare, if I did like a soft bear, I would have hit her.
Yeah, exactly. And the thing is, like, we can find our way, we know how to find our way back to this play because we have, like, various things that we can look for. And you don't need all of them. Like, the one thing I want to emphasize is you never need all of these, usually, for that play to work. Like, you could easily just up-tilt her out of, say, a double jump, up-tilt her out of a fair. If she has her double jump or not, like, it doesn't necessarily, like, depending on her stage positioning, it might not matter. But... yeah, like but the big one is percent usually. If we're trying this at a percent where it doesn't work, that's bad, but the other two are usually a lot more pretty flexible. Or can be supplemented with other things, like just stage positioning, among other things.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. I definitely Oh, so this is another thing. This was me being really lazy. My recovery was so bad this first game. I kept just lazily going down to ledge like that, and it's so bad because I know what I should have done. Right? She at this keep going. Right here where I shined, right? And she's doing this stupid needle thing. What I could have done was just hold shine just a second longer. Just literally a second longer, and then double jump out of shine, and then instant shorten side B, and I would have gone stage.
Oh, you don't go across the platform here?
Like, edge cancel across the plat?
Yeah, you just double... She's throwing the needles. She's occupied, so I'm thinking we go here and go there.
I mean, no, I don't really do that too often, but I could, yeah.
Like, that makes sense, right?
Yeah, because she's occupied with the needles.
Yeah.
She's occupied with the ledge, and I see, and the side B would go through to stage.
Yeah, like, we just go over her. Because she can't fast fall during needles, so, like, the way I'm looking at it is, like, we just cancel here. Grabbing blue real quick. So we just cancel here, double jump here, and woo!
Yeah. Yeah, that's pretty good.
I like it.
Yeah, the only thing... she'd have to react really fast to get that fair or something, or bear. But,
how is she going to react? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13...
Oh... yeah. By that time...
You're done! What is she doing?
Yeah, I'm gone.
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like I'm trying so hard to like break out all these noob habits, and then the one like noob cool thing, quote unquote, like doing the edge cancel side B, is like, it's funny how it could just work sometimes.
Yeah. So like, let's figure out some indicators for this one, because again, we want to get back to this play in the future. So we know that she's doing this. So like, with this blocked off, I will actually redo this line so it's not confusing. So with her doing this, we know that there's a path above her that's open, and when is she like, how do we know that this is available based on where she is? Like, what's the indicator here that lets us know that we can go for this?
If she does because I'm pretty sure this is a full charge of needles, right? If she does a full charge of needles and you see that like weird animation where she's stuck in the air with her hand behind her, then I feel like you could just go for it. And also you're stuck. Okay, distance from the stage.
Well, yeah. So it's like you're on the right track because she does have a full set of needles, but that doesn't technically matter for this situation.
Got it.
The reason that it matters is because the way she did the jump for the needles was like this. So like she did the needles like while she was going up around here. So like she's doing them like while she's doing them basically in an arc, not while falling. So because of this, she's going to have hang time. But she could have that hang time whether she's doing like 1 needle, 2 needles, 5 needles. It's just where she inputs the needles in her jump. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah, I do actually.
Yeah, so like I guess it would be more like she's not falling yet, or Sheik Sheik not falling yet. Or Sheik falling. No, Sheik still falling without fast fall.
Yeah.
Yeah, because like needles don't let you fast. Like Spaceys are, I think, the only characters who can fast fall during their neutral Bs.
Okay. Actually didn't. Oh, that makes sense. Well, Bowser can't. Okay, yeah, that's true.
Yeah. So because of this, that's what lets us know. Like, and then with this, we're outside / over the triangle. Like over needle.
Yeah.
So then that's what lets us know, and then nearby platform.
Yeah.
Because you could also, like, if you were here, you could also jump back and do this. and still get the spacing.
That's true.
So you can also like if Falco's in a slightly different position, like if he's not here, like if he's not here because he's here, this can still work. It's just that like instead of going to that double jump spot, you'd have to go like that.
Yeah.
And then the play still absolutely works. I bet this could actually really help you when she's covering this area in general, because it's like, yeah, it gives you a way to slip around her like powerful tilts and things.
Interesting. Okay.
So what are you learning so far?
What am I learning so far? Not to overcomplicate things, and to really look at the character on the stage when they're either through edge guarding specifically. Well, through the situation of edge guarding. We haven't really covered a lot of the other, but yeah.
Yeah, so like where are your eyes usually?
When I'm playing?
Yeah.
On the character. Like either like okay, can you pause for a second? Sorry, it's like hard for me when it's like all this action. So like actually, can you mind when I'm on the ground? Pausing when I'm on the ground somewhere. Yeah. So like if I'm on the ground right here, I'm looking at like I wish I could show you my mouse, but it like you see where if she was like not getting signed and she like if she was hypothetically on the platform, right?
Yeah. We'll make a diagram. So she's player 1, so this is her.
Yeah. Yeah, she's on the platform and I'm right there. I am not looking at my character. What I'm looking at is either like that space and her. So like how do you do like a circle? Yeah, that's where I'm looking right now.
Okay. Where do you have your eyes on Falco at all?
Well, Falco's part of that space. Like that whole area kind of. Like I'm trying to like really take in as much information. So like if
So it's more like this.
Yeah, it's more like exactly like that. That's where I'm looking.
Perfect. Yeah, this is how I do it too. So like I try to keep the opponent in the center of my field of vision, and then I keep like my character in my peripheral.
Yeah. Like I the thing is like I used to just look at my character, and then I used to just look at like right in front of my character, but then I started like looking at like the middle, the median of everything really, because like I could have done a bear again, but I don't want to like get to the point where like I don't notice something, you know. So
let me ask you. So why are you doing the bear like this? Because I think that there's like a reason for it, but I'm just not sure what you're going for.
I missed the jump.
You wanted to double jump back air.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I missed the bear double jump.
That makes sense. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
So this is just text
skill.
skill.
Yeah, no. Yeah, it's just you see how it did the bear anyway? Yeah, it's just text skill.
So after this, and then you get this bear, and she's forced to air dodge here. So why down air?
I was just trying to cover, you go right, yeah. So right there, I thought that if I hit her correctly, she would like dive the stage like that. But I missed it, and I hit her too late. And she
you hit her on the other side basically. Like she had already gone through you, so then okay, cool. In these kinds of spots, I really strongly recommend doing something that hits them forward.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of what that could be. Like maybe a nair. Like if I do like a double jump back late nair, I feel like that could have probably hit them forward.
I like fair.
Okay. Well, fair also can hit backwards though if you miss it.
Yeah, but you go for you wait longer because you know that she's air dodging.
Oh yeah. That's
so you
true,
wait till you're here. You do like fair right before you touch the ground, and then you just spike her.
Yeah.
Because you link them together.
Yeah, that's pretty good. That's actually a really good idea.
You could also do nair. You could also do bear. Like, there's a lot of ways to do it. Heck, you could do You could do up tilt, like up air 1 up tilt or something. Like, you could do that crap. Like, there's a million things to do, but like, just let's not take the kill move. Like, one of the big things that can go wrong with Falco is just taking kill moves when they're not like, when they're not quite right, when the situation's not quite right for them.
I got shield poke there. Yeah, no, you're completely right, and that's my problem. Is that like I just have an issue with like finishing sometimes, and once
there's
again,
that jump again. Yeah, let's actually look at that one. Like, could our like recovery like that we did last time like work here? Yeah, totally. Like if we illusion here, like we're above the F tilt. Like we're good.
Yeah, no, this is honestly this was me being really lazy. I think sometimes when I concentrate on one thing, I sometimes forget about the other things. So that was just really lazy. I already knew it. You'll see the second game if we get to it, which you probably will. That I actually fixed it almost immediately because I was just like, I cannot do that anymore. that Nair threw was to catch. Oh yeah.
Where's
Yeah,
the
okay.
so you hit this like really nice like down tilt here. What do you think? What are you doing after it? Like what's the plan after you hitting that?
I think okay. I go in.
Like this works. I'm just curious
Right.
if there was a more consistent line here.
So why did I do that instead of consistent thing? I could go back to that exact situation. All right, so I hit that. Press. I was gonna say pause. So generally, the biggest thing I noticed is that a lot of players love like when they're hit at low percents like this, they love double jumping back and like aerialing you like right here, right? So the best thing Falco could do is the backflip bear or something like that to kind of cover that aerial. I think at this point I noticed that they didn't immediately double jump back, so I did the shine dare as like a wall, like to wall up that area so they can't really like do anything. And if they hit me, they'll just trade with dare. But the more optimal quote unquote thing to do is definitely do a backflip bear or do another laser backflip bear.
Yeah, I was gonna say that like I really like the idea of lasering here, because I feel like if we high laser as we're coming over, we still get there in about the same time frame. And if they just sit there, we just like edge. We can probably just edge cancel into dare or something.
Yeah, the thing about laser though is that it does make them actionable, and some people literally spam A or something like that, and then I could get hit, and that's something I try not to do, especially in a situation like this where I don't want to get reversaled, and at a low percent I could get comboed pretty easily. While the thing is though, there is something I could do. I could do high laser turnaround up tilt, and that could work because I think that covers all their moves.
Yeah, so I'm thinking like from here to here, we're basically doing the high laser and then like landing here in like teeter. So then we're like actionable quickly. It's easy to turn around. And then if the laser connects, we can probably just like turn around up tilt. We can immediately like short hop back air. Like we've just got a lot of things that we can do here. Yeah, like I don't hate the down air. I don't hate the down air itself. I feel like this covers more options. I feel like this covers more options. It doesn't lead to an immediate kill, but it's more of a thought. The other thing I'd consider, if we really think that this Sheik is going to double jump, like is there any value in immediate double jump laser, like into laser up here to like cut her off? So we kind of like shoot the laser up here. We land on the platform, and then we can just kind of like fire a laser coming down kind of thing. Or is that not? Or do you think that's not? Or do you think there's nothing there?
The only reason I don't think there's anything there is because if I do shoot a high, like if I shoot that, okay, so are you saying like I shoot that high laser first?
No. Instead of shooting the high laser, we like instant double jump on our way over.
Oh, and then
like go this.
The only reason I don't like it is because it only covers really one thing, whereas staying close to the ledge can cover 2 or 3 things. Where if I'm like double jumping a platform, and this was just my thought. If I'm double jumping a platform, waveland or whatever, and like get that area, I feel like Sheik, because she's not really high percent, she really is able to like either go down and then upbeat to ledge, upbeat grab ledge, or she's able to do that backwards forwards upbeat where they like go backwards first and then grab ledge after. I feel like they have more options they have less options when I'm on the ground and more options when I'm on the second side plat. And that's just my thoughts.
No, I agree with that. I think that when you reason it out like that, it makes total sense. So I think that what I'm liking most here, if we want a more consistent line, is we start here, we go here, and then like kind of figure it out from here. What would you say? What do you think the Sheik does in response to this? Like, so if this is our 1, and then we're moving here on 2, and then this is her 1, which is like here. What do you think that where do you think Sheik goes on her 2?
Well, most Sheiks love to come down with fair or like come down with a strong aerial because it can cover a lot what Falco can do.
Yeah. So like you're thinking she just like attacks into us here?
Yeah, because she's already close enough to stage.
Gotcha. So the laser in this case, the laser here hits her and we just kill her, right? Or like do our thing?
You like hit her off and you can do like an edge guarding, like recurring edge guard kind of thing.
Okay, let's say she doesn't do that. Let's say she jumps. So like she jumps like and goes like here-ish.
Mm-hmm.
So like this is her 2. So from R2, where do we go?
So this is actually where it's good, is because even at 1 and 2, I can still do a turnaround bear.
Yeah.
Full hop bear.
Yeah, so exactly. From here we can just head up here.
Yeah.
And then
do a
she's
turn
like,
off full up there.
exactly. And then she's just screwed.
Yeah. I mean, what I did was kind of like the hardest of reads. I did cover 2 with the dare, but it's like I if I just I think actually I still had the thing what you were talking about in mind because I was using an aerial full hopping upwards,
Hmm.
right? I mean, I just did it the more complicated way, but I definitely am on that same pathway.
Yeah.
Honestly, even full hop dare works really well here because you can just, well, I mean, what
The
they,
trade still kills her, yeah, and it
yeah,
beats her, and it deals with her nair. No, absolutely. So I think the reason I'm kind of like pathing this out a little bit is so we can have a better understanding of like the order of operations with the situation and like how the sequencing works.
yeah,
Because like I think that this kind of like concept is pretty important. It helps us like organize our plays into an effective system, and it helps us simplify things. So we don't have to like we don't feel the need to like do complicated things as much because we understand like this leads to this leads to this.
right. Okay, so that's one of those traps. This is me overextending, right? So this is one trap, which is that kind of bear to F tilt combo starter, right? So that's
One of the things that I notice is like this aerial on shield. This like this down air coming down when she's in shield drop stance.
Yeah.
So like what could we do instead here? Do you know what's good? Do you know what's good against shield drops?
Grabbing.
No, we can attack her on the way down. That's fine. We just have to frame trap her, or in some way.
Let me see. So okay, if I do this, okay, ignore the dare.
Yeah.
So she wants the shield drop there, or she wants the dare so she can shield drop. I wonder if I can just land on platform with my shield, wait for her bear, and then do like a dare down air or something.
I mean, you could do that, but you're also Falco, so you have better stuff. What I would say here is laser.
Oh shit! Like fall down laser, and then okay.
Yeah, because you just frame trap her.
Yeah.
Right? Like, because if you're here, like you can easily come. The other one that makes sense to me is falling near because of its frame advantage. Like fast fall late nair, or laser. I think is like into shine are like both insane here. Or you can also do them into, or you can do either of them into shield, block her shield drop bear, and then like then you shield drop down her in response.
Okay.
Or shield drop shine rather because of her percent and like where you are. But yeah.
You know, it's still something I don't do, which is just fall down laser. I don't do it enough, that is. I do it every now and then. It does like the craziest neutral win, and then I just don't do it again. But yeah, no, that's really good. No, that's really good.
Yeah, so laser or late nair into shine or shield, I think, make tons of sense. And then from how do we know that these are situations for these two? Like, what are the indicators here? Because we want to have a way back to this.
So the first indicator is that because Sheik is so low percent, like I need some sort of combo starter, right? Mm-hmm. I need some sort of pop her up or some sort of way to hit her towards the edge where I have more advantage, which is, like you said, then late nair. Because what dare does is nothing. What dare actually does is just hit her back onto the platform, and then she can just grab me because it's SDI ASDI down. Yeah, it's ASDI down territory. So
yeah, both of these are better at finding shine in this context. Yeah. So, and because she's at so low, we are very strongly encouraged to find shine.
Yeah, that's true.
So frame advantage would be the next one because it's Sheik on plat. No, frame advantage, which is because of Sheik on plat.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, she's too good.
Sheik, shield on plat. And, like, you can see, like, we're now, like, this is so much easier to understand the dynamics of the situation because it's, like, really straightforward.
Yeah, it is straightforward. I just overcomplicated it, and that's really on me. It's because I definitely overcomplicated it. Yeah, thanks for sending me these pictures, by the way. I'm adding them to this, like, huge Google Docs that I have going.
Oh, yeah, no, people love the pictures. I've always given them to, like, the learners because the one thing that people, like, Meds told me, like, after... Meds was the first person I really made, like, diagrams for, and afterwards he was just like, yeah, so, like, at Genesis, before I had to fight someone, I just, like, looked at the diagrams we made for that matchup, if we had any, and then I just felt like I played, like, twice as good, and I was like, wow, that's really good. Like, let's go. But Meds is also a freak of nature who's, like, insane, so...
Yeah, he is very good.
All right, let's look at game 2. We might not get through all of it because if you win this one, I might want to look at the Dreamland game a little bit more. But
I do win this one. I already tell you I win this one.
Yeah, but let's look at this. So I'm noticing something here. I notice that your lasers are usually very high, but how do you feel about low laser here?
I don't like low laser early on because high laser cup. I'm not shooting lasers to like do some sort of I don't know. I'm shooting a laser to cover her high to keep her on the ground, so that allows me to get my combo starter off.
I see. So I guess my question here is that, like, when you say combo starter, what do you mean by that?
Like shine, nair, something like that.
Wouldn't nair work better if she's in the air technically? Because like nair, like my question here is like, isn't nair better when she's in the air because she can't ASDI down on it?
Yeah. But I'm pretty much trying to tell her to stay on the ground. So when I shoot these high lasers, I'm trying to tell her to stay on the ground. So now I'm shooting low lasers because she's at high percentage. So yeah, so I'm just trying to get her to stay on the ground because if she goes to plats, I don't do too well versus that. So so those high lasers are really kind of like a I don't know how to say it, like not a warning shot, but like a
deterrent.
A deterrent, yeah. Oh,
okay,
this is just me.
Then I want to look at game 3 then, because Dreamland I think she's going to be better at getting on those plats, and I want the focus here to be like how do we deal with her once she's up there, because I think that is something that you need.
Yeah, for sure.
Cool.
Yeah.
So with her being up here, so this is okay. So I'm already seeing some things, but I want to make sure that they're like patterned enough. Okay. So this jumping into her with lasers here when she's in center stage, like that's definitely a thing.
Yeah.
We fire this. This happens. What I notice here is that you're trying to like force into her space when she's already set up in like a good spot, and I think that like Falco generally just doesn't really benefit from that. We need to like Sheik is really good at controlling the territory she has, so we need to be willing to be patient here. Like what I would not be doing is this full hop down air. So talk to me about the purpose of this one. Is it that she's just like up there and you want to hit her?
No. So the reason I full hop down here, this is actually my fault. I'm trying to get on the top plat and I missed completely. But I try and do that full hop down air, and then if she's like still on the platform, like, you know, dash dancing or whatever, she will just bounce off, and then it gets me like a combo starter. I think did I hit her? I don't know if I hit her, but I was trying to land on the top plat. Yeah, you see, I think I pull back right here. Or do I? No, I don't. I literally just... honestly, I have no idea why I did that, besides me just trying to hit her. Yeah, I think I just got frustrated. I was like, all right, I'm just going to go in and see if I can just hit her.
Okay. And that happens. Again, emotions are part of the game. Like, how we handle emotions are part of the game. But, like, here's here's my thought. So, Sheik, as a character, can't really defend against, like, laser into aerial if we know that the laser hit her. Like, she can block it, but she can't actually take laser forward tilt or like nair or anything, like, or short up nair if we hit her, if we know that the laser is going to connect on her, because she's just her physics, like where her moves come out don't really allow it. She has to block. So one thing that I'm thinking here is you're doing a good job of like you have her like isolated to this platform. What I'm wondering is why don't we like try dash dancing into a laser to catch her, like a high laser or something to catch her when she's coming off it, or like dash dance into a mid laser to like make her fall onto it, because like this spot here is like the fact that we're moving forward in jump squat here makes me really nervous, because it means we're trying to jump into Sheik's like zone of control.
Okay.
So like here, let me show you what I mean by that, because I think that this is a really important spot to just generally be aware of. Where'd my thing go? There we go. So from Sheik's perspective, her main like spot, I guess, is like she's got this like 45-degree angle that's quite strong here. Like this would be like where her needles can potentially go.
Okay.
So with this in mind, I'm not sure it necessarily makes sense for us to stay here. Or attack into her, because this is also the spot where her fair is really good. Like if she runs off in fairs, like this is where she'd be hitting us. On top of that, this is also kind of the spot that her shield drop back air goes. You see what I mean? Like, all of her most powerful tools are, like, in this area. So what I'm thinking we want to do is, if we're Falco here, I want to kind of, like, bait in this area, but I don't necessarily want to go in through this area. Like, I'm willing to go here and then pull back and, like, fire lasers and stuff, but I really don't want to, like, directly approach her until I have a way to get under her.
Okay. I see what you're saying here.
Like,
I see. Like,
yeah, like this is good.
The first laser was good, but jumping into that was bad. What I could have done was just dash back and then reset the laser thing. So if she were to, like, fair me, which is what she did, I could punish that with, like, a laser nair or something like that.
Exactly.
I see. Okay, yeah, I see. It's like kind of like a bait and switch.
Yeah, because, like, we want it, like, in terms of our ultimate goals, like, getting into this spot is good, but it takes some effort. Like, if we can use the high laser to get under her, that's good, but we don't necessarily have to do that either. We can't, like, the whole point of this position in general is that we're trying to, like, figure out what she's up to. But with this full hop down here, what we're doing is we're basically assuming what she's up to, but we don't have to do that. We're, like, a better character than that. We want to leverage our strengths here, and our strengths happen to be lane control. So we block her out of this, and we block her out of this in case she's interested in going here, and we just stay outside of this range.
Got it. So what do I do if they never get outside, like, that side plat? What do they just, like, dash down to the side plat? Or just keep lasering, I guess, and just be patient and then wait for an opportunity?
Well, no, because then we can get here. Because we know that they're not coming off. Because, like, we can then fire a high laser and then, like, move behind it, basically.
That's true. Yeah, that's true. As I was asking that, I was thinking the exact same thing. Okay, yeah. Oh, yeah, that's good. Yeah, I was getting too hasty. Definitely too hasty.
Yeah, so high laser cover. No, high laser cover. No cover. Versus fall off aerial. No, fall off aerial. Yeah. Basically, it prevents her from, like, exiting the platform here.
Yeah, and trapping her.
Precisely.
Like, her situation is not my situation, kind of thing.
Yeah, exactly. Falco uses his superior zoning game. Like I think that these two are the best zoners in the game. So yeah. Falco's a little bit better than her. She's a little bit more complicated in certain ways, which is strong. But, like, I think that Falco's upfront power overall is, like, just a little too hard for her to beat in the long run. Right. But it's close. Like, the two of them are, you know, they're excellent. They're good at their jobs. But because of that, Falco has to be kind of, like, in a weird way, even though he has more raw power, he has to kind of be sneaky about how he uses it to deal with her diagonals.
Yeah, that's true. Like, I find, like, this is the game that, or this is, you see it now, but I'm getting much better at,
yeah, your recoveries are better.
Yeah, I noted, yeah, so I noticed immediately. I was like,
okay, this upset, it's not that upset me, but I was like, come on, like, if we're doing this laser, like, what are we doing afterwards?
Honestly, this was the down smash that I just messed up.
Down smash?
So the way I hold my controller, it's not, like, weird, but, like, when I go for a down smash, sometimes my thumb brushes the A button, and then what happens is, like, I'm holding down with I'm, like, running forward and holding down with my control stick, so don't ask how I did the turnaround down tilt instead. That's a tech skill thing. That is 100% on me. I was trying to down smash.
Oh, no. I'm not questioning the... Yeah. Like, now that you've told me it's down smash, I'm not questioning the input. Like, because I get that happens. I'm questioning the down smash itself. To me, this is a forward smash.
That's true. Yeah, I should have just forward smashed. I guess I should have just forward smashed, yeah.
Because, like, it also moves us towards the corner, so, like, if they do the OMS attack, we're in the position to do the down smash chain.
Yeah, that's true. I could just down smash, or F smash, down smash, up tilt, but they'd get the OMS attack.
Yeah. So, like, what I want to, like, the reason I'm pointing this out is, we want to, like, with this kind of setup, especially with the F throw, because I think the F throw is really good here. Like, with how you plan the distance, it's perfect. But with this kind of setup in general, we want to, like, where do you think their fastest reactions happen first?
In what? Like, when they get grabbed?
No. When you do this, like, forward throw laser thing, because, like, the options that Sheik has is she could tech roll away, She could tech in place, or she could have this, or she could like no tech, or she could roll through us. I guess my question is, what is the plan if this laser connects on her, on the outcomes over here, like on all of them?
It's just you have to just hit her.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what is just hitting her here?
Just the laser, and
you can't. If she techs in place here, you can't follow up on this laser.
Oh no, you can. You can do it. I mean, you could do a dash attack. You could do
forward tilt. Yeah.
Yeah. You can do. The reason I like dash attack is that sometimes if they're doing like an opposite tech angle, they pop up right up, and you can just down air them.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, you can do F tilt. You can do F smash. I don't know what you're right. Down smash is probably the worst one. I mean, you could try D tilt, but it would just hit them up. It wouldn't really do too much.
Yeah, so from this like this F throw laser, I think that like I think F throw laser, and then I think on these options, it should be F tilt that we're going for. For versus tech roll and tech in place. And then like for the reset, it's F smash, right? So that means that we should be holding the control stick in this direction, generally speaking.
Yeah, no, you're right. Absolutely, yeah. F tilt is way better here. Damn.
Yeah, you could also make a case for dash attack. Because the thing is, you can also like buffer walk and then slide the stick forward, and then like that doesn't lock you out of F smash because you just like if they do tech in place. Although it is harder to charge it that way, but like there's ways that you can like organize the input so it works for you here. But I think that because the tech roll like happens all the way over here, and then I guess with the tech roll we probably just have to like we have to down air her or something, right? Because our F smash doesn't reach. Because of Sheik's long-ass roll? Okay, cool. So this is short up dare. On tech roll in TRI. So, yeah, TRA. Away. So with this in mind, I would say that, like, yeah, we want to, like, structure our input around, like, being able to reach these things. So with that, we probably have to be holding forward when this happens.
No, you're absolutely correct. I mean, that's definitely just on me. I don't know why I was trying to go for down smash when doing what you just said is significantly better. Just holding forward and F tilting. Like, I could just F tilt like 6 times in a row and be fine.
Yeah, like if she attacks F tilt, like then we just like do whatever we want because we're plus like some stupid number like 15 or whatever.
Yeah.
Yep. So, yeah, that's cool though. I really am glad that you F through here because that's good to me.
Yeah, well, I always F throw at that kind of percent, like that mid to high percent, because if they miss the roll, then I get a free punish, and like that laser is also really good. I like that laser a lot.
I like this, and the only thing I would comment here is, why are we stalling here?
Wait, do you mind going back for 1 second? Yeah. Okay. Sorry. Yeah, because I was trying to grab the ledge. I was trying to turn around and grab ledge.
Watch where Sheik goes, though.
Yeah, she goes up.
Right.
Yeah, I had something in mind, and while I was doing it, I committed to it, and then she just did the better thing. I could have just double jumped back on stage, honestly.
Well, so yeah, exactly. Like what we can do. So here's a part of this dynamic that like people often like don't overlook. So if Sheik make it onto this side platform or not without the air dodge? Yeah. No, right?
Yeah.
So
yeah, you're right.
So if you go on stage here and you up tilt, which beats all her stuff coming down, then she has to do this air dodge. That's like if you kind of like go here and like represent up tilt or like represent the ability to move out of the way of her aerial to contest you, because that's the only way she could like stop this. She either moves here or she falls into you, or she tries to like mix you up on her timing. But if you move here and then back air here, then yeah, it beats everything.
Yeah.
And if she pulls away, then you can just react. So the most useful spot you can be, like in this kind of spot when you're sharking Sheik, is like you want it, like the key spot to be in when in this kind of situation for you is basically opacity. I don't know why it keeps doing this. That's fine. You want to be here.
Yeah.
Like right about here. Because you have the option to get out of the way of her if she comes at you. Like so. And if she doesn't do this, like if she decides to branch off over here with air dodge, which we can mark, AD, then yeah, you can just move in response to that. It also beats this, and she can't land on a platform with an aerial when she's air dodging, so this is like an opening.
Okay, interesting.
Yeah,
I definitely committed way too hard. If I just did what you're talking about here, I would have been able to cover so much more.
well, you can cover everything, because what's her alternative? Then, like, if she doesn't go here, then she has to start pulling back, right?
Yeah.
So, like, if she pulls back, like, we'll get rid of this, and we'll do a proper line. So if she pulls back here, like, towards the edge at some point, because she could do it at multiple different phases of this, what do you think you do?
F tilt.
Or back air.
Or back air.
Yeah, it just depends on where you... Like, if you go here prematurely, you probably F-tilt. If you stay here, or, like, you walk a little bit, then, yeah, you can back air. But, like, it just... Yeah, it covers... Like, your back air covers basically this space in general. And you can adjust it as you... Like, based on where you go. So, she doesn't have a whole lot to, like, work with here. Because if she goes into this spot, then you just cover that.
Yeah, it looks like one of my biggest issues is just overcomplicating everything and then committing to something without actually thinking about like my options often. It's funny, sometimes I do think about my options and do like I'm in a great position. And then sometimes I do stuff like this where it's like now I'm not in a great position and now they are back on stage and I lost the situation.
Yeah, so, like, I think that the biggest takeaway here is, like, we need to simplify your play. And I think one of the easiest ways of doing that is just, like, okay, so my moves beat the opponent's stuff, like... Where do my moves beat the opponent's stuff, and like what options do they have? And I think that like this that was perfect because that is exactly what you're supposed to do there. So
so that's part of the edge guard tree that I have, right? That's like one of the things that I always look for.
I would also point out you did the thing.
The high laser. I know. I'm telling you, I just sometimes right there. Yeah, sometimes I do it really well. I mean, I could have done a shine here instead of a bear. But I did.
Or short up here is pretty nasty too.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah, that's me.
Like right here.
Yeah. Yeah, because then you're still on the ground.
But yeah, like you have the right idea on a lot of these. It's just like with what I'm trying to do is like help you like figure out why you have the right idea on some of these. Because like I really like in this position, I think the high laser makes a ton of sense. Because of how because she's walking towards you, and it's gonna hit her, sooner, so it's like better against her like F-tilt and stuff, from that distance. Like I like that, but I think if we're like trying to like establish like approaches and stuff, for our aerials, we do want the low laser for the frame advantage.
Got it. Yeah. So you see how they mash out of that laser right there? That's crazy mash. Right there.
Well, it's out of the dash attack.
Not out of the dash attack, not laser. Sorry.
Yeah. So like here, I'll give you like so this spot here when we recover out over here. After you get this, you go for this dash attack. I'm just wondering why we would like. I get that it works out, but for me it's like that's such a. I feel like there's
so risky.
It's an invitation for us to like JC shine or like laser JC shine, like if she's shielding on wake up, and I just wonder why we don't do something like that.
But that is a great question. Why did I not do that? So that dash attack where like you get the Roy zone. I do that. I try and do that sometimes. That was a great dash attack. I do that sometimes because it helps me get like that up tilt into a bear. So got grabbed there.
Gotcha. So you're looking for reward.
Yeah, I'm looking for reward, and this goes back to win condition. Like I think like. Before today, I thought that was a win condition, like getting that Roy zone up tilt, and so it's able to get me into like the win condition. But looking back at it now, that's not a win condition. That's just a step towards it. My win condition would be like bearing her off stage just bearing her off stage.
Yeah.
Like I was thinking too much about the initial hit rather than the final hit.
Yeah. So one thing I would also kind of like say is that like, one thing I kind of want to emphasize as well is just the value of keeping an eye on Sheik when we're hitting when we're firing the laser and using that to like react, like using that to know if we can like laser into aerial on her, because like I'm gonna show you. I know that we're gonna like be at time shortly, but don't worry about it. I don't mind if we go like if you have the time. I don't mind if we go like a minute or like a couple minutes over, because this is why I charge lots of money. Yeah. But I want to, like... So, like, I know we're not firing... Like, we're really not, like, getting to the floor and then establishing our ground game. We're really fighting her up on the platforms where her aerials are bigger and her shield is better than ours. And I think that, like, that speaks to... Yeah, we're just not really, like, doing a good job of playing to Falco's strengths here, I think.
Yeah, this is where it's like, you know, I'm a high percent.
This was good. This was really good. So you'll notice that, like, yeah, she tried to F-tilt. She pushed a button, and I'm pretty sure it was F-tilt.
Yeah.
I actually want to see exactly what it was.
Pretty sure it was F-tilt. Actually, I'm 100% positive it was F-tilt.
Because after... No, it's on this. It's on this. Yeah, because you hit her from here.
Right.
So she had to, like... She had to have done something. Could have been jab, maybe, but, like, I think, yeah, F-tilt.
It's just that this Sheik, the way this Sheik, oh yeah, that's unfortunate. The way this Sheik was, oh, that's fun. That Hoya is so funny. That was a mess up. That was supposed to be a ledge dash. I know, I can tell you that for a fact. Whenever I do that like ledge jump, that's 100% me failing at a ledge dash.
Yeah.
But
let me show you something. So yeah. In the meantime, though, like, so talk to me or actually, I'll make you do my job. Write out with some of the stuff you've learned today in, like, the Discord, but I do want to show you something about, like, this character. Because I think you'll find it interesting.
Oh, I thought it stopped for a second. Like, did something happen?
Nope. So let's see here. Counteraction ground. Let's have her do forward tilt. So, if I'm here, do you think I can laser into aerial?
If you're there, can you do laser into aerial?
Yeah.
I mean, laser into aerial's the best. I don't know how else to say it. I mean, I think you can laser into aerial everything.
Right. And what I'm getting at here is the only reason but we can't react to this, can we?
No. We got pray and hope.
Well, we can't react to the laser hitting, basically.
Yeah.
So what that means is we need more awareness of whether or not whether or not the laser is going to hit. So one of the things you keep mentioning is that, like, you know, when Sheik is coming down, like when Sheik is kind of on that platform position, that's really where, like, or like she's using her aerials to, like, to protect her space. That's one of, like, the challenges of the matchup. I agree, but this is where lasers are really valuable because, like, we can punish her landing lag.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, it's something I really gotta look for more because I feel like when I get it, I feel like I'm so good at, like, doing it, but then I just forget about it and, like, think about, like, oh, well, how am I gonna hit this person? Rather than think about, okay, this person's land. Like, think about the way people land, like I do when I play versus Puff. Because versus Puff, I'm always thinking about, like, okay, where's she gonna land? How am I gonna hit her when she lands? Stuff like that.
Yeah, but, like, as we can see, like, this is not that hard of an opening to like find.
No, it isn't. It really isn't. It's more my hubris than it is. It's more of, like, what it's my hubris, really. It's like I can do it. I just, don't really. But yeah, I think the biggest takeaway that I have today is that I just have to simplify the way I think about this game sometimes.
Yeah.
I'm complicating it way too much sometimes when I could just do the SK92 laser in corner for 8 minutes kind of thing. And that is something that I think that actually goes into the position awareness while attacking, and also the edge guarding is because I'm overcomplicating the whole situation when I could just do the simple thing. There's that saying that I really love. It's like, the master doesn't fear someone who is the master, that fears someone who's practiced the same thing a million times. Whatever the saying is, I love that saying because that's true. Like, especially in Melee, like, the person who is so consistent with their specific simplified strategies always comes out on top.
Yeah.
That's part of the reason why Zane is so good, because Zane will beat Mango, and Mango next day will be like, oh, Zane beats me only on level 1 or some shit. And it's like, yeah, but it's crazy that a top 5 player of all time will just lose to someone who will just F-smash you in neutral.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that's crazy to me. That's actually insane to think that Zane is so good at this one simplified strategy so well, and he's able to change it whenever he wants, but once he recognizes that, he will just kill the person so well.
Yeah, and then I'm just making notes myself on, like, the things that we pointed out on some of the specifics. So F-throw laser, F throw laser, corner trap, cleanup, F tilt, dash attack, etc. No, etc. No, F smash, etc. No, holding stick forward helps this. Stick forward out of laser helps these. And then the last one I would say is yeah, just like playing, like it's really the big thing here is like one of the big things here is like spotting illusion, illusion recoveries versus illusion recoveries by playing above the needle, by playing above Sheik's needle line and tilts. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah, of course. Yeah. Yeah. The first thing we talked about. And that's honestly, this just goes back to me simplifying things.
It does, but like again, it helps us like to have the specifics. So
yeah, absolutely.
So Nurok, have you enjoyed your session with me today? And how are you feeling about like what we did today so far?
I feel like we are on the same wavelength for a lot of like we talked about this before, but I feel like we are on the same wavelength for how we talk about Melee. And it really shows in the coaching today, because when I'm saying something, I feel like you don't just say, no, that's wrong. You say, yes, and you like add to it. And I like that. The fact that like you didn't completely disavow what I was saying, which is something a lot of coaches don't do, you know?
Yeah, like, so who have you had? I'm going to cut so I appreciate that. And I think it's really important for us to like, I think as a coach, it's important for me to not invalidate your view of the game when we're working together, because like, again, this is ultimately a collaboration. I am here to support you. And it's, I think that like a lot of players don't want to be the best. I'm not saying that's the case for you, but I mean like when I've worked with Redman, for example, who plays Ganondorf, like we both know that like Ganondorf is not who you play if you want to be the literal best player, and that's okay because not everyone does. Some people want to be the best player they can be with their character, right. And some people don't even want to be the best they can be with their character. They want to be like cool, or they want to do like more interesting plays, or they want to explore a certain part of the character, and that's okay too. All of this is valid. It's ultimately what we get out of the game personally. So if I am invalidating you because I have a stronger play, then that's I think not good coaching.
I agree.